Oh, you guys are gonna hate me. Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are reviewing the latest volume of My Hero Academia. Oh boy, yeah. Oh, this volume was tons of fun. Unfortunately, this was it was the last volume that I've read, and it's also the beginning of season 5. Um, what exactly do I mean? Well, basically, volume 20 of My Hero Academia is the end of season 4. Most likely. They could extend it a little bit longer, but right now I'm pretty sure that, or they could actually decrease it, but right now I'm going to say that volume 20 is the end of season 4, which means that we can actually guarantee that volume 21 will be season 5. Now, of course, volume 22 will be releasing in December, and I haven't heard anything about volume 23 yet. But yes, so we are going to be reviewing volume 21. So, needless to say, there will be some spoilers. So just be aware of that. So, first off, the cover. It has a very nice cover of both Hawks and Endeavor. And the design is extremely good and does hint a little bit at what the story will be about for the beginning of this volume. Along the side, we have what's her name? I always forget what her name is, but the Invisible Girl. So she's on this one, which means that if you guys have follow me on Twitter, then you would also know that I'm currently doing a place your bets on what the next character will be for volume 22. If you guys are living in Japan, please don't answer that because then you know. But yeah, on the back we have Dabi, which he is very important in this season. But it is kind of interesting because it's actually very rare to see a villain on the backs of these, so that's pretty cool. The little blurb this time is a bit spoilery because it does tell us about the fact that it's a fight between Dabi and Endeavor, but it's not a huge deal. There's still a little bit of still a bit of interesting things. And then we have another student from class 1B, and who is decently important in this volume, but not to an extreme extent. So what exactly is this volume about? Well, it concludes the fight that we saw at the end of volume 20, which was between Endeavor and a special Nomu, and concludes with a fight between Endeavor and Dabi. Then continuing the story with some extra information about the family of the Todoroki family, specifically mentioning three. We now know that there are 3 siblings of Todorokis. We have the 2 that we've met already throughout these past few volumes, which those of you who have only watched the anime, only one of them you've met, but the second one gets introduced throughout these next few volumes. And it also mentions that there is a 3rd sibling, specifically an older brother. While it still has not been confirmed yet, we are still leaning towards the fact that Dabi could be Endeavor's final son. However, of course, Endeavor does not recognize Dabi. So definitely some interesting things to at least be aware of, but I'm still leaning towards it. More stuff about Endeavor becoming more and more popular. But, of course, about halfway, about a third of the way through, we finish off the fight with more stuff and some really cool artwork on to start off chapter 192, which you can see there. Definitely a really good artwork in my opinion. So yeah, we have those. But it also has some interesting things that I'm not going to spoil, but you might not like Hawks for an episode or two. He's actually still a cool person, but you'll have to wait and see exactly what happens. He's fun. It's going to be fun to deal with him. Then we get a special dream sequence, which I'm not going to spoil because that is really awesome. And of course, it's Deku's. Then after the dream sequence, you guys will be seeing a new fight. Or, well, a lot of competition, which will probably be going on for a few episodes, with my best guesses, when we actually get to the anime. We only get to see 2 of the fights that are important to this part. However, there are a total of 5 fights that are coming. And I don't want to spoil too much, but I will spoil the fights, who is going to be in the fights, because that's actually really fun. So the first competition is going to be between, the team of Tsuyu, Koda, Kaminari, and Kirishima against these students from Class B. Then we will have Aoyama, Momo, Invisible Girl, and Tokuyami facing off against these students from Class B. Some of these guys are really cool. I don't want to spoil that, but they are cool. And that is the conclusion for this part, but it does introduce this character, but they don't finish off this fight in this volume. But another interesting thing is that Shinso, who is the guy who can mind control people, is actually going to also be joining teams. In the first fight, he is actually on Class A's team, and when we get to the 5th fight, he's going to be on Class B's team. So definitely some fun things to talk about. The ones that we still haven't gotten yet, and I'm looking forward to, is Team 3, which has Ida, Shoji, Todoroki, and this guy. I keep forgetting their names. I'm sorry. Against Tetsu's team. So that's going to be fun. Then we have Bakugo's team, which you can see who is in there. It's actually kind of interesting because Sero and Sato are on his team, which, let's be honest, those are the 2 main options right now. And then we have some cool characters. Don't know exactly who everyone is, but yeah, that's going to be fun. And then Team 5 is going to be Deku, Uraraka, Pinky, and Mineta. So that's just going to end so badly, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. And then, of course, we have these characters, which, of course, has Shinso. So that's basically what's going on. In my opinion, this manga is amazing. And I absolutely loved this volume. So if you guys are on the edge, hopefully this has already convinced you, but let me be clear, it's a 10 out of 10 in my book. So, yeah. I do want to mention one more thing before I conclude this video. This is my longest series that I've been reading. Currently, it is not the oldest series that I've read. However, some of the other series that I have read are hardly completed. As you can see on my back wall, the majority of my books are My Hero Academia, with only with before them being 1 volume of Assassination Classroom, 1 volume of Blue Exorcist, 1 volume of Devil's Part-Timer, 1 volume of Dr. Stone, and 2 volumes of Fire Force. Then it's My Hero Academia until Noragami. So, yeah, and I think if you look very closely, you can see the Noragami volume. And then it's Promised Neverland, which we have 5 volumes of that currently, which I am extremely excited to read volume 6. So stay tuned to that for that when that comes out. But yeah, definitely one of the best manga, and it's keeping its place at number 3 for my favorite manga series. Of course, you know what the other manga are that are my favorites, with Witch Hat Atelier being number 1, and Promised Neverland being, well, number 2. That sounds bad. It's not, it's the second best, in my opinion. Let that be clear. But anyways, guys, please read the manga. I did not spoil much. I did spoil a little bit, but it's mostly like what is actually going to be happening. But the actual story within this is absolutely amazing. And honestly, I'm really glad that they've gotten so far with this. Volume 21 is really good, and I hope that it keeps going strong for many more volumes. And if I was to take a guess at how long we have left with this series, I'd say that we at least have some stories going all the way through volume 40. But considering the fact that we are still in their first year, I believe, due to the fact that school years in Japan are very different, that's important. Definitely some interesting things to at least think about. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and of course, leave your theories down in the comments below about My Hero Academia, Miraculous, or anything else that I talk about on this channel. And of course, if you're new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. But of course, if you want to support this channel even more, please head down to the description to check out the merch store and of course my book, which all that money goes back to me and my team to help us continue making videos for you guys. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!